In the last 2 years, I haven't been sleeping much. Maybe like 2 to 3 hours a night. And it's starting to catch up with me. So today, I'm finally trying to fix that. So, unless you're new here, and by the way, if you're new here, welcome to the channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Um, but unless you're new here, you've heard me say that back in February when I was in the middle of my VA claim that part of the reason, one of the main reason why I was able to get that is because I asked for my psych meds that I was taking to be put into the VA system. And they required, VA required for my um, psych records to be shipped to them, which was like the fifth or sixth time that I tried to do it, and it finally got sent, which is what put me on the path and got the ball rolling for my claim to begin with, um, to finally get approved. And so they put my meds in the system, and I was able to, uh, request for them to be filled. However, when I got them, I something told me to ask. Uh, I was like, I haven't taken these meds since like third quarter 2024, and now it's 2026. And I was like, should I take these meds? Should I just go back onto the dose that I was taking when I last took them? And so I reached out to the medical team in my clinic, and I was like, hey, I explained to them like, this is the dose that I was taking, and these worked. However, I haven't been on them, for more than a year. I'm like, is it okay to take them? And it took them a couple days, but finally somebody called me back, and they were like, oh my god, um, thank you so much for reaching out and asking this question because it's very important. They were like, no. They're like, no, it's not good for you to just take it, like, to continue where you left off. Um, so she was like, we want to get you right, but we need to what's called like titrate, I guess, which is like taper, I'm assuming. Um, we need to get you uh, to the point where you can work your way back up to that moment, to that dosage. But you shouldn't take them. So they urged me. They were like, please, if you don't take anything until you get in and talk to the doctor. But the shitty part of that is that this conversation happened like on the 5th or 6th, somewhere around there, of March. And my appointment, if you don't know anything about VA, like VA appointments are not like next week or the next day. So she was like, the earliest I can get you in is on the 24th, which is today. So she was like, please don't take them until then. Like, let's have a conversation, figure out what's the best way to go about it, and we'll get you back up there. But like, we need to work our way back up. So that only prolonged the fact that I wasn't sleeping. So today, where I'm headed to VA, which is here in Sanford, and to finally talk to somebody about my meds and see what we can do about getting me uh, back up to the doses that I was taking. So my brain never really shuts off or slows down enough um, to get some good quality sleep. Most nights I only get like 2 or 3 nights of sleep, and it takes me a while to fall asleep to begin with. So most nights I don't fall asleep until after 2 a.m. and then I'm asleep for, like I said, 2 or 3 hours, and then by 5:30, 6 o'clock, I'm up, I'm awake, um, and it's starting like to really affect me. Like, uh, as somebody who suffers from IED, like I noticed that I'm cranky, or I crave sugar. Like I get up in the morning and like I want something sweet. I want that sugar intake. Excuse the air, excuse the wind, but I want that sugar. I want that, and then the lack of, I don't say the lack of motivation, but the energy to do stuff. Like to get up and go walking and take Harley on our extended walks, and even on times that I have the car, like it makes it hard because I'm like, man, I want to do these things, but I'm exhausted. And a lot of times I take a nap, and then by the time I get up, like I don't have time to do what I wanted to do because I got something else to do. So it's really starting to be a nuisance. And like I said, this has been going on ever since I lost my insurance in 2024, um, where I couldn't afford to get my med. Not that I couldn't afford to get my meds, but I couldn't afford to make the appointment. To make the appointment so that I can get my meds prescribed. But like I said, today, hopefully that's gonna change. All right, I'm here. I have my appointments at 1:30, and I just checked in on the phone. Uh, all I gotta do is walk in. It's kind of cool because you get to check in on the phone before you go in. Um, I just gotta walk in and then wait for them to call me. It's crazy because sometimes you go in, like most times they call you, by veteran. They say, hey, veteran Arnez or whatever, and so it's not so awkward. But there was a couple times where I got called by my rank. Now, mind you, I haven't been in. I've been out of the army. In May would be 21 years. Like May 30th, I think, would be 21 years. So when I was sitting there and they called me and I heard my rank, like I heard my rank and my name, I was like, that was awkward as hell. I was like, what? Don't do that. But anyway, all right. So we're gonna go in. Hopefully, like I said, talk about my meds, find out the best course of action to get me back. To start the titrate back up to where I was, and hopefully start getting some better sleep. So wish me luck.
One eternity later.
So at least I have a plan. Not exactly what I expected, and I didn't get the answer. I didn't get the fix that I really hoped for, but this is the way it's got to be. So one of the medications I have, we're good. We're gonna start tapering up, titrating up, to where towards where I was, and then the other medication, the one that helped me sleep, we're not gonna take because one of the side effects is that it's extreme weight gain, and which is what happened to me. When I first started taking that meds, I was like 220, and then in the 5 years that I was taking it, I got up. My heaviest was like 309, and so her concern was that that's unhealthy. Like the weight gain and cholesterol and diabetes and all this other stuff, which I could appreciate. So what we're gonna do is start me on something that has the same side effects, but they're not as extreme. When I was taking that original medication, like I was a district manager, I had a lot of responsibility. I was so I'm assuming that that doctor gave me something stronger because of my lifestyle, what I was going through and stuff like that. But stronger also meant stronger side effects. So now, I don't live that life anymore. So she's gonna give me this doctor gonna give me something similar, like in the same family, but where the side effects are not as strong. So it may help me sleep a little better, but not as much. She said not as much as what the other medication is gonna do. So eventually we'll work my way up to maybe finding something um, that a separate medication to help me sleep, but she wants to see what this medication does first. So, like I said, not the news that I was expecting, but I mean, it's also good in the side of like I don't want to gain any more weight, and it's been hell getting it off, even since I've been off the medication. But yeah, she says everybody she knows that takes that particular medication has ballooned, like they they balloon up, and she said it's not really good. It's not but she's like you must have been in an extreme case, and that's why that doctor prescribed you that particular one. So hopefully we'll see what this does, and we'll go from there, and that's all we can do. So you know, it's crazy how something as simple as sleep can throw everything off. But I'm working on it.